it's as if he stole things from people. He did it in a roundabout way, but he stole people's livelihood, he stole their freedom, he stole their credibility. There's not an apparent motive. The typical person he arrested was a low-income white person. It was someone that, in my experience with methamphetamine use, it was what your typical methamphetamine user would look like. Breaking down cars, mufflers hanging off, you know, the fender panel's different color than the rest of the car, the people that their clothes are clean but they don't look clean, that level of person. And most of his arrest was a low-income white person. And whether it was a low-income white person because I don't want to do better, or a low-income white person who they're genuinely doing the best they can with what they have. But that was his typical stop. I think, unfortunately, that a lot of people that get arrested either fit a profile or have criminal histories, and there's an assumption that they're guilty. This person's a frequent flyer, I see them often, they were guilty last time, I'm assuming they're guilty this time. So let them plead, let them whatever, because I assume they're guilty because that's their history. And unfortunately, I think some of it gets by like that. Some of it gets by because cases are numbers, and it's just processing another file. It's not necessarily dealing with a person, it's processing another file. But there's supposed to be checks and balances. In this case, okay, there's a dishonest officer, but there's still his supervisor at the Sheriff's Department, whatever quality control program they have in place at the Sheriff's Department. There's the State Attorney's Office who's supposed to be reviewing the evidence before we file these cases. We're supposed to be reviewing the cases to see if there's even enough evidence to support the case. There's the Public Defender's Office, who is supposed to be representing the people they defend, and if something's wrong, filing the appropriate motion or having the case thrown out or filing complaints about personnel that they see. So it's not that there was a bad cop on the road and the bad cop on the road ruined all these people's lives. The bad cop on the road might have made them had a bad night. I mean, it might have lost them their job, it might have busted up their romantic relationship, but it didn't necessarily put them in prison. The combination of the bad cop and the State Attorney's Office and the public defender, and you know, the assumptions that some of these people are guilty because I have seen them often. It can't blame it on one thing.